The STEM Society.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson. This is episode 97. I'm 3 episodes away from 100. I just realized that. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode. We're live. I hope you guys have had a great week. It is the weekend. I hope you guys have had fun. I most definitely plan on going out after I record this and go. I'm going to get some food. I haven't eaten at a good restaurant in a while, so I think that's what I'm gonna do after I finish recording this. It's Saturday. You guys will get this on Sunday, of course, but I hope you guys have had a great week. Thank you for the support on the videos. My last two videos actually got some great plays. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for supporting the shorts. I'm working really hard to continue to give you consistent content. And I have a poll up right now of bonus content I want to put out for YouTube. Go to the community page and go vote on what kind of content you want me to drop this next week. As bonus content, I need to start getting some more bonus content out there to you guys. So I can't do it without you voting. So give me a vote and let me know what you guys are looking to get from me in these bonus videos. Also, make sure you guys are checking out my playlist. I have two of them. The first one is In the Loop, where I give you guys a lot of music that I've been listening to. It's curated all by me. I want to take some, I guess, boom bap and add it with some trap, add it with some alt hip hop, throw in some R&B every now and again as well. But this is songs that I'm really feeling, and a lot of the artists, I want most of the artists to be independent or up and coming artists. Like I don't think we have any more platforms that pushes new music. So I felt like if I put together a playlist that had a lot of newer artists on there on top of independent artists, maybe we could get these guys a little bit more attention than they have been getting. So a lot of that is really a great mixture of new with some whatever mainstream is going on. It sounds crazy, but it works. But every Monday I'll be updating both of these playlists, and this Monday will be the update where I'll have new music out there. I can't wait for you guys to check out who I found, some of these artists that I found. And if you're a new and up and coming artist, man, don't be afraid to put your stuff in the comments. If you have a Spotify, or if you just want me to hear your music, put the links down in the comments and let me hear it. And if it's hot, I'll put it in the playlist free of charge. I know niggas be charging these days, but I want to be able to give people a platform to be able to get their music heard by others and just kind of give them a bigger reach. So if you're an artist, make sure you put your links in the comments, or you can hit me on Instagram and you can send it there. Just shoot me a DM and I'll listen to your stuff, no problem. Also, I do have a second playlist for my UK people. Off License Flows is a mixture of grime, soul, UK rap, all of that mixed into one. You're basically discovering UK artists as I'm discovering. So if you're somebody from the States who want to get into UK rap, this is a perfect playlist to help you do that. It's just, and a lot of it is really more newer artists or newer acts. Just trying to give back, man. I love it over here. I love it here in the UK. I love the UK rap scene. It's so much happening. They're about to hit a really major boom. I'm telling you what I know. And I just thought making a playlist for that would be perfect, especially for the aesthetic. So if you want to get a little bit of an introduction into UK rap, I suggest you save the Off License Flows playlist, and I'll be updating that every Monday also. Don't ask me how I can get all of this music listened to. I just sit down and just put it on and I just go with it. But I'm always trying to find new artists, especially on the UK side of things, since I'm here. I'm trying to just be more engulfed in the UK rap scene because it's really good over here, and a lot of people, there's a lot of great talent here. And I don't know if they have enough platforms that's showcasing that talent, and I want to be a platform to do that. So, why not start with a playlist? So if you want to get introduced to some UK artists and UK rap, and you want to understand grime and soul and all of these other genres and these pockets that UK rap have, make sure you're saving the Off License Flow playlist. It's all presented by me. And again, if you're a new artist or if you're an up and coming artist and you want to get your music heard on either one of these playlists, just send it to me. If it's hot, I'll put it on there. And if it's not, then you'll see when you listen to it. But I just want to be a platform for artists to be able to get more recognition and just have a wider audience. And I know my platform is small now, but once it grows bigger, I promise you people are going to be listening to those playlists. So make sure you guys are sending me your music. Make sure you guys are saving these playlists. It's going to get updated every Monday. Shout out to DJ AG. DJ AG dropped this post on his Instagram the other day. If you don't know who DJ AG is, he is a DJ who has been doing these street sets all over London. And he went viral for it on TikTok. I had found him on TikTok and it was dope. But he's had a lot of major artists come out and do sets with him or sing or rap or whatever the case may be. I've been trying to catch one of his full sets for the longest time. I've only caught like the second half of one of his sets. I was late, so late that I caught like the tail end of it. But he had a post yesterday that was just kind of letting us men know because he's going through a bit of a health scare. But he was letting us know we need to stay checked, make sure we're getting our checkups regularly. We're doing what we're supposed to do to stay alive because it's low-key kind of cool to get old, guys. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but it's cool to get old. But he wanted to make sure that we was keeping ourselves in check. And, currently he's going through a health scare. And I just want to say salute to DJ AG because I love what you do. I think you're fire, and I hope everything is well with you. And as far as us men, we need to make sure we're keeping ourselves checked up because if we're not, man, we could end up leaving before it's our time. But shout out to DJ AG for doing that. It took a lot of courage for him to tell us what he was telling us. And I wish more people stepped up and did that so a lot of us could be more aware of what we need to be doing as men to keep ourselves healthy and alive, bro. We want to make it to see, 75 sounds like a good age, but we want to be around. And I just wish more artists would do that. And it was really brave what he did. And I have to salute shit like that. I think it's dope. So shout out to DJ AG for doing that, man. Finally, happy birthday to Pharrell. Pharrell's birthday, it is April the 5th. It's Pharrell's birthday. He's one of my favorite producers. I just wanted to say happy birthday and thank you for giving us such iconic beats. Grinding is the first thing that comes to mind. I'd never forget hearing grinding and banging that shit on the school table. But shout out to Pharrell for just giving us great music, great production, and fashion sense. I wanted some ice creams at one point in time. So shout out to Pharrell, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Pharrell. I would say he'd be in the top 20. I think Pharrell like top 20 all time in producers. But happy birthday. Salute to you. I hope you have many more. I don't have but one news story this week, so let's go ahead and get into the news.
Music news.
So I wanted to get into this whole thing with Adam22 announcing that No Jumper is broke. This was an announcement that Adam22 put out on April the 2nd. He posted a video on his No Jumper Twitter account, and he also put it on YouTube. But he came forward and said that No Jumper is running out of money. He's broke. They took on way too many people that they should have during the pandemic. They bought this big, I think he said $4 million space. And he went into a whole bunch of reasons why No Jumper is going broke. At first, I didn't want to believe this because I thought it was an April Fool's prank. You can't believe Adam22. He's the devil. Literally. He's the devil. So I didn't really think it was real until I watched the video. I went and actually read up on what was going on. And it looks like this is true. It's rooted in fact. It looks like Adam22 No Jumper is actually going broke. He talked about downsizing the whole deal. Once he get his building sold, they're going to move into a smaller building. He talked about lowering his overhead, which means a lot of content creators are going to lose their jobs, and they're not going to be as many going on at one point in time. I don't know what this means for Whack 100 because Whack 100 is always getting his shit off on Adam22 or on No Jumper. So I don't know if if he's going to get fired or not. But a lot of this shit looks really serious, and it's saying a lot about the content space and what's really going on, because there's a lot of podcasts that are not performing like they used to, and it's a lot of people who are losing money out here. Like the space, people said that the space wasn't going to be oversaturated when everybody was starting these podcasts. And it looks like a lot of these people are really, really losing out here. They're not doing as well as they keep pretending to be. It's about to get real nasty out here in the streets. I think all of this is Adam's fault. Even though he said in the video again that he's personally doing well, investments, plug talk. I have all these other IPs that I'm going off of, but I'm good. The No Jumper brand is what's going broke, which says a lot about a person who brings in content creators and exploits them for a lot of mess. Think about when AD and T-Rail and all of those guys that were there and ended up leaving because of the mistreatment that they was getting over at No Jumper and making their own shit, and the community is like still really successful. T-Rail and them are all still doing pretty well. AD's doing pretty well right now. He had a loyal audience when he had a lot of these content creators there, because it wasn't really, and this is personal, but I don't think people was going there for Adam22. If we're being honest, Adam22 has the personality of a snail, bruh. I used to watch some of those interviews, and I used to really not be impressed by a lot of the stuff that he used to do, because he was prying into shit to make people react to things and get a reaction out of them and make them look stupid on No Jumper all the time. And, I don't know if you can really build a solid foundation off of being the Jerry Springer of hip hop, because that's exactly what he was doing. He was doing shit for reactions, for crazy reactions, and pulling information out of people who right now, a lot of those people are getting in trouble for the things that they said on his show. I personally don't think you can sustain a platform doing shit like that. And he tried to make a move. He tried to switch it up and go more political route. That never worked. He lost a ton of people going that route. So it's a lot of Adam22’s fault that he's in this situation now. He sat up here and exploited so much of hip hop culture. He sat up there and made sure he made it look so much like a circus with the nude interviews, or with the whole situation with people telling on themselves, or the simple fact that he was bringing a lot of internet personalities he thought would be really cool and exploited them for who they are, like Crip Mac, or what's the China Mac? I think his name was China Mac. But internet talent like that, he would bring on his show and exploit them for everything he possibly could. And I don't think you can sustain a real platform that way. Like the gravy train can't go on forever when you're treating people like shit and you're exploiting them. Because as soon as he didn't need them anymore, he'd kick them out the door. He would kick them out the door. AD them had enough sense to be able to leave, because they were getting mistreated and they knew they was getting mistreated. He fumbled, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he fumbled Gina Views. And I think Gina Views is one of the better up-and-coming media personalities we got out here. I know that people want to put this under, it's entertainment, bro. I don't care about what they was thinking about in the studio, or I don't care about what their mindset was when they made that album, which I get. People aren't music nerds like that anymore. Not like me. But I also don't want you to tell on yourself and give out the kind of crimes you were doing 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, 2 months ago, where the cops were sitting up here watching that shit and picking your ass up. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why he had a downfall. Clearly, he overplayed his hand, and he thought that all of this was going to last forever if he continued to wash, rinse, and repeat the same things he had been doing. All of the shit that he got into, I don't look at it as No Jumper actually building with other podcasts. It was always some mess. He was going back and forth with Joe Budden, or he had a problem with academics at one point in time. He would always find some way to, I guess, give you guys entertainment, but on top of that, putting himself in a corner where he couldn't grow and build with other places. Now, I know Vlad loves him. I know DJ Vlad is most definitely one of his favorite people, and I know Vlad gave him a lot of game, even though now Vlad is either trolling or he's real about buying No Jumper. He's been on Twitter talking about this whole situation and saying, well, maybe I should buy No Jumper, and what kind of job should I give Adam? His culture, his clout chasing culture, I think is another reason why it led to them going broke. Niggas don't want to go on your show on a regular basis and have to talk about what they did illegally in their past. Like, once you get a track record of people getting caught up in that kind of shit, what makes you think they would want to come back and do that? I wouldn't. There's no way I would. After I done seen people get fucked up because they went on No Jumper to talk about what's been going on, why would I want to be a part of that? Now, again, I know it's about entertainment, Cole. We want to entertain our fans. We don't want to talk about the same music stuff because that doesn't matter anymore. We want to get straight to the real shit. Why are you fighting with this nigga, and would you whoop his ass if he was here today? Because that's basically what No Jumper was about. If he walked through this door, would you whoop his ass? Or Adam trolling to the point of getting people upset where they would want to fight him, and he would pull the security out and they would kick him out, kick people out. Adam22 has been this clout chasing demon for the longest time, and then now all of a sudden we're supposed to be surprised because No Jumper's going broke. You can only go so far when it comes to clout chasing. A lot of times I feel like you should have your platform rooted in some realness somewhere. I don't think he ever had any person or any content creator that was rooted in actually talking about some serious shit. Say what you want to about DJ Vlad, but at least Vlad has interviews where he talks about serious shit and he actually roots it in a lot of people's history, and you actually get to learn some backstory, not only from the crime shit, but from the music side of shit. Hip hop culture right now is in a bad place. Because right now we have no new stars. Right now we're in a place of just talking about 2, maybe 3 artists that are doing well. We haven't pushed new talent. We don't talk about what really goes on with the music. All we care about is mess and fights and who's getting locked up by the feds. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't think any platform is going to be able to survive if we're going to continue to do shit like that. So it's a bigger conversation here too about people really profiting off of hip hop culture and not really built off hip hop culture. Adam22 was doing nothing but profiting off of hip hop culture. And right now he's in this place where I think that shit is done. That shit is over with. You can put WAT 100 on here all you want to. You can consistently try to team up with academics and all these other people. But at the end of the day, if you completely lose No Jumper, you don't care. You weren't from the culture. You never really gave a damn about hip hop culture. You gave a damn how much hip hop culture was paying you and giving you. When I say something like that, I think when you build a platform for hip hop culture or by hip hop culture, you're going to last a long time. Ask Joe Budden. Joe Budden's had the same fans for years now. He built it off of hip hop culture. Do I agree with a lot of things that Joe Budden does consistently? Not really. But I do understand that he has built a foundation off of hip hop culture. He has been a person who has backed the culture, good and bad. And he's made something that is going to last. His podcast has been out for 10 years. And I think that's just because he built it off of hip hop culture. He built it by hip hop culture, not profiting off of it. Eventually, people get to a point where they don't want to see the mess or they understand the kind of games you playing. You have been playing these same clout chasing games for so long that it's time for a change, and people want different out of this, especially with the economy and how it's going right now. People don't want to spend their money to see bullshit anymore. At least that's how I look at it. I mean, it's cool to be able to have entertainment. I'm going to keep saying that word because that's what you people label it under. Y'all love to see mess, people get into fights and doing a whole bunch of telling on themselves shit because it's entertaining. Not understanding that we're fucking up our whole hip hop culture by letting this nigga get away with that kind of shit. We had let him in for so long and he had been doing it for so long. Why not? But he's bled it dry, or his version of it. He's bled that dry. And if No Jumper goes away, it's not going to hurt him one bit. He's going to be okay. He's going to forever be all right. He knew exactly what he could get out of these rappers, and he knew what he could get out of these up-and-coming independent artists because they needed a platform. And instead of him standing on business with a lot of these people, he bled them dry and let them go. And I know you're going to be like, Cole, you hating. I have every right to. People like that get away with murder, bruh. They get away with stealing from our culture. They get away with doing whatever they want to do with hip hop and then live scot-free and go have a golden parachute. The money he made off of No Jumper has given him opportunities to invest in different stocks. He's given him opportunities to start other IPs that he really give a fuck about. And it's giving him an opportunity to live as rich as he possibly can when it's content creators like myself who's trying to get it out the mud and get to a point because we love this shit. We love the culture. We love to give the culture a platform where it's going to be real and not this clout chasing bullshit. But that's what happens when you don't gatekeep the right way. And when you get people like Adam22 who sneaks in, steals what he wants, and get out of here with all the money in the world, what do you expect? As far as like the hip hop media space, where does No Jumper stand? Is it someplace that everybody really would like to rock with for real? I don't think so. I never looked at it as a place as somebody who really took hip hop culture for real. He had maybe one or two interviews that I thought really were impactful and actually made sense. And he did some shit that other people wasn't doing. But when it came to a lot of those artists, he literally used them for clout. He used them for this Jerry Springer type situation. And he got a lot of niggas fucked up off of that. No Jumper was a platform that could have made it if they would have switched up a whole lot sooner and if they would have really taken the culture a whole lot more serious than what they did. But now we're here. They're going away. Another hip hop media platform going under. I mean, I don't think he's fully going to be gone, but he's not going to have as much impact as he did had. I don't think he's been impactful in the last 2 years, but that's just me. Eventually, man, we have to figure this whole thing out and we have to start looking at what we're doing when it comes to building hip hop platforms and making hip hop media viable again. What do you guys think? Do you think Adam22 did the right thing by keep going and doing the clout chasing bullshit? Or do you think he should have pivoted and went somewhere else with his platform? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys joining me for another episode. I'm glad you guys have been supporting me so much. Continue to do so. And please, if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Instagram. I love to have a back and forth with you guys. Oh, and follow me on Twitter too. Follow me on Twitter. That's when I get my shit off. But with that being said, I got nothing else. I'll catch you guys next episode. Peace out.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.